financial literacy, and the human condition with the Money Doctor, Dr. Francis Rahaim.
All right, it's time for another Hug Highlight Reel with the Money Doctor, Dr. Francis Rahaim. Hi.
Hi, Jess.
And we're talking about something that everybody, I think, deals with, and that's medical debt.
The dreaded medical bills, right? Well, medical bills seem to hit differently than other debt. So what makes people freeze when they get one?
I mean, I feel like when I open it up, it's because I feel like I pay so much for health insurance, it should just be covered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, health insurance is really expensive for most people these days.
Yeah.
And it does pay a lot. I mean, if you see the actual cost of the bills, they're really high. Although there is a sentiment about that, like, why is this not covered? I think it's because medical debt isn't just financial. It's emotional. And you said it.
About that.
I feel like when I open up the bill, it should be covered, right? So it often shows up without warning, without any sort of clarity or consent around it. You didn't choose it in the way that you choose a car or a credit card. So people open the bill, feel the shock, and avoid it. Not because they don't care. In fact, it's usually the opposite. They will act because they feel a sense of responsibility for the people who cared for them, right? So it's not because they don't care, but because they're afraid of making the wrong move.
Or afraid that it's going to be so big they can't pay it.
Yeah, that too. People agree to things too fast, and people often feel pressure to set up payments immediately, to put balances on credit cards, or to sign agreements that they don't even fully understand. You know, the fear is, if I don't act now, something bad will happen. Now, where else do we see that? We see it in scams, right?
Yeah.
Not that medical billing is a scam, but that sort of acting on fear is something to watch out for.
If someone is overwhelmed, they've got medical bills coming in, what is the first thing they should do or not do? So don't set up payments quickly, but what's the first thing they should do?
Step number 1, wait. You don't have to decide this at the moment. You don't have to decide everything today. What you need to do is have a way to look at the situation without panic. That means slowing the moment down, separating emotion from information. That only happens when you slow the moment down, if you can do it. And understanding what you're really dealing with before agreeing to anything long term. First thing you should do, I hate to say it, but wait, because you're going to get another bill and another bill and another bill. You're going to get stuff that says, explanation of benefits. You'll get things that say this is not a bill. When I say it's complicated, I mean it. Wait for the final bill. Let them bill your insurance first. Wait till you get the residual that might be owed if there is residual billing, which there's you can't balance bill, right? But there might be something that you owe that wasn't covered, for instance, or you might owe your copay. And if you're in doubt, call the medical people and ask them, is this my final bill? And if so, what are my options? Because you can make payment arrangements on these things, and you can add them in with the rest of your debt where the platform helps you to manage those things. But you have to slow down because, in the beginning I said people freeze when they see these medical bills, but freezing isn't really the problem. Freezing is a signal that the system feels unsafe. So once people feel protected, they can move forward thoughtfully and proactively instead of reactively. And just remember, you don't need to decide this today. Nothing bad's going to happen to you if you sleep on this for a night or two. But you do need a way to look at it safely.
And we're just touching on this topic for our Hug Highlight Reel. But if anybody wants to dig deeper, we had a really great guest on too recently that talked about this.
We did, Dr. Virgie Ellington. And there's a show, I think a half-hour show with her. And she wrote a book called Crushing Medical Debt. And she really breaks it down to 3 simple things you can do when you get medical debt. And I've added to that by saying, slow down, don't panic, search out resources like that.
All right, I love that. Where can people go or where can they call you at if they've got questions?
Sure. They can call us at 413-773-3333 or visit us at hugyourmoney.com.
All right, another Hug Highlight Reel with the Money Doctor, Dr. Francis Rahaim. Thank you.
Thanks, Jess. Underwritten by
Hug Your Money, it's where you belong. Your future's waiting steady and strong. Dignity shines in the smallest dream. mission grand.